Welcome back. This is Sealchan, and this is my Minecraft Alpha 1.0 progressive Longplay. Today I'm going to review what we accomplished in round 14 and talk about what we're going to do in round 15. So let's go. I've got my list, and here we are in the LC Cavern workshop. What we did was a standard cavern expedition. We also went out to the nearby cavern and explored it as well in what I call the shallow cavern expedition, where I just want to go and light up the upper reaches of the cavern, stopping and turning when I see gold or other signs of being at a low Y elevation. Do the same in the next round. We'll also continue. Nope, that's not it. There. Our efforts to collect 1 stack of gold ore. Adding to that, let's see, where do I have my slime at? These are crafted. I know I collected some slime, but I don't know where I put it. I must have brought it out to the home base, so I'll have to check that out. Anyway, my plan in round 15 is continue collecting slime balls until I have 1 stack. To help with that, when I encounter the slime down there somewhere near the deep mine, I'm going to dig out the cavern around that area. I don't have any way of knowing where the chunk is, but I can at least improve the chances of spawning, perhaps. So I'm going to call that creating a slime garden. That is a slime farm. Okay. Also, somewhere down there below us is our deep mine. In round 14, we went on our strip mining operation. The goal, of course, is to get a stack of diamonds. It's going to take a while. We'll do that again in round 15. Round 14, we build a grove, much like this one. And the next round, we'll build a well, just like this. So we have at least 1 water source that we can pick up, and it'll be reestablished. I hear something splashing. Okay, let's head upstairs. Okay, that works. Chickens. Okay, on the home base, we moved our cactus farm and put it in the spot where the wheat and seed farm is. And that was because I decided I wanted to have a storage shed next to each farm. Obviously, I took the wheat and seed farm, moved it out here. Decided I needed more ground. Leave all the doors open so mobs can wander in, trample it. We completed this build. I already forget what exactly we did last round. Probably at least this wetland area here. Two small falls. Go ahead and reveal that one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this in with sugarcane, or at least start the process. This will be a sugarcane farm. Somewhere nearby, I'll build a storage shed. Maybe as part of the port. Since we got our sugarcane, we can now farm it, finally. Suppose I could put some here, too. Alternately, I might move the sand quarry storage shed, make this the sugarcane farm. Because it could have some in here as well. We'll see. Talked about the wheat and seed farm. We have an ongoing goal to collect one whole stack of seeds. I'm also going to add in another build. When I started this crafting and smelting workshop, I made it part of the house. Yeah, probably next series I'm going to make is a separate crafting workshop and a separate smelting workshop. Because I wanted somewhere above ground where I could smelt with 4 furnaces. So I'm going to find somewhere to stick that smelting workshop. wherever makes sense. Up this way, we're going to have our minecart station. We laid out the basic position of everything. This is where the track will run through. This is where it'll turn into the platform station. So I'll be building this next. Should fill in this space pretty nicely between the trees. All right. I'm also going to do, well, I may not do this yet. I also need to build the outer barrier. I had put it down. So around the whole exterior of home base will be a wall that mobs can't get through. I think I may even extend it around this lake. I'm not sure. But I may decide to delay that. Because I still have the train station to build. I need to stick the smelting workshop in here somewhere. So, yeah, anyway, it's coming up. Now, as you know, I like to build trails and then augment trails. What I'm going to be building is a path around Mirror Lake here. It's really a part of augmenting the LC Port Trail. It's just a short trail. Then I'll bring it back over this way, I think, and connect it through here. Probably also add lighting instead of these torches. Probably need to pick up a couple torches. And here at the port, what did we do? Oh yeah, we just surveyed the trail to look for building opportunities. And that's what this will be. But this round 15, we're going to build this lighthouse. Maybe we'll grab some saplings and fill that out too. All right, let's see how we fare at doing this review at night. Alright, well, we will walk to the LC Cascadia Trail looking for opportunities to add features there. And there's one torch on the hill up there that marks off where we'll have a viewing platform, which will give us a great view of not only Cascadia, back here, Elsie, and up at the mountains of Divide. See if we can make our way to Bellevue. All right. All right, you can see there's a long extension of land. And what I want to do, and I'll show you roughly where, is I want to build a trail out along this. Connect to these cavern entrances so we can continue to do our shallow cavern exploration when we finish up this pretty big one that we're working on now. Let's see if we can get to the Hobbit Trail. Oh, alright, danger. I don't know, let's just run for it. Yeah, we made it. Somewhere right here will be where we start the Cape Estuary Trail. I don't know if it's a cape, but there's estuary that we'll see from it. That concludes Elsie. Here we are in the relative safety of our Hobbit Trail. I forgot to mention back this way. I won't risk going out there again, but on the side trail to the viewing platform, we built our red mushroom garden, where I actually put back one of my red mushrooms where I had originally taken it. Did a little bit of small pond restoration. Lots of dandelions. It's a pretty little spot, so I put a sign up there pointing it out. Here on the Elsie Bellevue Trail, we extended the Hobbit Trail. This is kind of a dangerous time here. That was last round, but we didn't fence it all in because we needed the trees to grow up. And they did. So we can finish fencing it. Call it good. Guess let's head out to the hunting blind and see how much night is left. might as well mention, we're always in the market for eggs, trying to collect a stack. Certain build projects I do seem to help with that. Last round we didn't seem to have so many of those. We'll see what happens. Round 15. Looks like most of the night is through. Go. Okay. I think we can probably talk about Bellevue Mountains Trail. Put up this sign for Four Fingers Point. Sure, now it does look like Four Fingers to me. At least from this side. And way out here, we're going to build Deer Lake, which is going to include the creeks that feed it and drain out to the ocean. And it will have a trail around it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so out on the port trail, I'll come back and talk about this. We built this Lighthouse Creek and pond. I think it fills in this space nicely. It's very simple. Here at the port, the Bellevue port. We're working on gathering seeds here as well. Currently my goal is to try to get a stack of seeds and then at any of these farms and then see if we can actually make a wheat crop out of it. Biggest fear is trampling for mobs. Suppose we'll have to suffer some losses. But my hope is if I plant a big enough farm, I'll get something that way. Because then we'll be wanting to collect a stack of wheat. The other thing we did is we went on a coastline expedition. It was a little bit dramatic in the sense that we encountered an old alpha issue with boats. I don't know how that got there. However, it does appear that least on my system, that issue where the boat separates from the player mainly happens when I'm far enough out and I'm loading new chunks. So I decided that it would be worthwhile, although a little odd, to walk the coastline. Bring a boat and boat back. And then my plan is to go out two links, so next time around 15 we'll take this boat, follow the coastline out to where we got to, park the boat there, then walk the coastline, and then make our way back. A little goofy, but I think it'll work. So we didn't have this boat problem until we went a long distance out away from where we'd been. Otherwise, before we just boated between two areas we'd already walked through. So, anyway, hopefully we can enjoy our nautical adventures that way. Another thing I'm going to do is a trail walk. In later versions of Minecraft where you can sneak, what I like to do once the trail is done is to sneak along it. Just hold that shift key down and creep along slowly. And we stop and we look around. Just a video that we just take a stroll. Look at the countryside, look at what we built, appreciate the path. Alright, now we're going to head over toward Divide, and I'm looking at my list. We built a lot of trails from each of the first 3 districts to connect to Divide, the longest of which is the one that connects Bellevue to Divide. Having built this trail in round 14, around 15, we'll take a walk and look for opportunities to add to the trail. Little parks, little builds. This is interesting. We'll see what we come up with. I assume, oh yeah, right here. I guess this is did I just rediscover an unexplored? No, this is really part of Elsie at this point. I think that's how I took it, although I could consider it part of Bellevue. I'll have to think about that one. Bellevue's last hope for a independent mind. Really, that's all we're doing up here. I guess let's just take a quick walk. We're pretty much done with Divide itself. Well, you know, I don't think that's really true. I think I want to build more trails up here. Walk around all these mountaintops. Probably do that as a connection to the Bellevue Divide Trail. Here we have the Alsea and Cascadia to Divide Trail. Also do a trail survey on this one. I removed all my earlier lighting and development. Now it's a little bit of a danger just walking through here. Maybe I'll build a platform or something. I'll do a trail survey, but I just like staring into these massive, dark maws. Very scary. I built this trail that connects back to Alsea, and this cutoff here goes straight back to Cascadia. So we'll do all the trail surveying here. See how we want to augment all this. Threw in a little bridge here. Don't even know if we'll put water in there. Okay. Well, in the previous round, we'd done the Alsea to Cascadia trail survey. We decided to build a viewing platform right here. Raise this up about 3 or 4 blocks. Should give us a great view. Danger ahead, I see. I'm going to work on collecting seeds over here at the Cascadia port in round 15. We built some barriers around the plot of land, taking up, I don't know, about half that island. So we'll head out there and do that. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, chicken knocked me out. Gotta be careful, dude. That looks goofy. Alright, I guess we survived that, okay? Ooh, that's not good. Oh, you're gonna make it hard for us to get somewhere safe. This is probably a really bad idea. Oh, just how bad it was is... Are we done yet? Apparently not. Yeah, scary, huh? Ay, ay, ay. Alright. Last but not least, we did a trail survey of this oh so small Cascadia Landing Trail. And we decided not to build anything on it. So we're good. And I missed something out by Bellevue, so I guess we're gonna risk a walk. Out there after killing every mob in Cascadia, almost. call it good. Yeah, that's cool. Well, this game is beginning to wind down, but it's not over yet. As I mentioned before, I think about how the game will end. And I think that once I've done something with every block and item in the game, I've discovered them all. At this point, I believe that's the case. Discovery is complete. We're nearly there as far as farming and quarrying. We have a farm or quarry for every farmable or collectible raw material. We always use them in some context. They come, blocks and items all are used in some build somewhere. We collect our full stack. We craft one of each thing, and we use it somewhere, somehow. Once that's finished, I think what I will do is we'll wind down the game by finishing each remaining region. And once each remaining region or district is finished, we will no longer do any further work in that region or that district. Until we're done. And then the game will be over. And then I'll come up with some sort of final episode. To celebrate and to draw the game to a close. Anyway, let's return back here to the beautiful vistas of Region E, which we have newly added to our territory. And next round, we'll get to just set out, walk. Look at the mountains, the hills, the ponds, the coastline, Mistgate Caverns. It's a beautiful country, especially off in that direction, perhaps in all these others as well. Kind of Monument Valley in Arizona. This one being green. That one is red. A big red land. So, anyway. That's what we did in round 14. That's what we'll be doing in the next round. And taking a look ahead at the game as a whole. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you in the next. Take care.